Okay, everybody, welcome back. It is June 2nd, 2015. Welcome back to another public CSW podcast with Mr. Alan Baker today. Welcome back.
Hey, guys.
What do you have for us today, Alan?
Missed you on that last one. I was traveling. I was really hoping to get on there with Ben. He is a character.
Ben will be back, guaranteed. That's not his only one. So, yeah, we'll all be on here together. And I think last time we talked, I did speak with Sensei Eric. And there was a rumor there that Josh Barnett wanted to be on there with us as well. So I can't wait to get those guys on together.
That'd be great.
And just sit back and watch what happens.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Because you got a room full of alphas with those guys. I can't wait. So that'll be fun. So,
well, we're getting Ben on because one of the things we're doing recently in the organization is we're putting together a organized seminar team. Right now, those are the only guys that are able to do a public seminar in CSW. And the first guy on the team was Ben Jones. He's available, and another reason we're doing it is because Coach, with the growth of the organization, it's been phenomenal, is very busy. We are booking him 2 years in advance right now. He almost can't handle it all. So that's one of the things that Ben's going to do is come on and help us get that information out there. And, it's one of the unique things about Ben is the amount of time he spent with Coach Eric. He understands the curriculum, and he has the ability to deliver it. That's one of the reasons we chose him for the job. Because one of the main reasons, you have Ben or Coach in is to deliver information. When I first started having Eric come to my school, I've had him every 6 months, probably for 8 or 9 years now. So is to bring information into the school. Ben's really good at that. He's definitely got it down. So, if you're looking for an event, and you're considering implementing the program, or you just want to do a seminar, he does a fantastic job. I watch him teach every time I go out to the training center. Great guy, fun, and he puts on a really good show. So just wanted to touch base on that, so everybody knows. The next thing to put on the calendar is do not forget the Coach Development Camp, July 31st through the 2nd. If you're an affiliate and you're going to attend, please let me know. RSVP with me via email. And when you do that, let me know your T-shirt size, because we do a lot of preparation for these events. Our goal is to make it a fantastic experience for our affiliates. So be sure and let us know if you're going to attend. On that note as well, if you're considering the program and you'd like to be at that event, you touch base with me. I can give you all the information about the program and guide you in. Also, one of the big changes in the organization is the rank shirts, and I know Bob had a lot to do with that, so I'm going to cut him loose on that topic.
They are available now, student levels 1 through 10. On that topic, just to clear up, I am going to have some literature on the website explaining this for affiliates and for the public as well, so they understand the CSW rank structure. There are 10 student levels. When a beginner signs up to your program and they start training, they wear the shirt that Alan and I are wearing right now. The black t-shirt with the blue CSW logo on it. That has no rank associated with it. It's the standard school shirt. This is the whatever, you wear it anytime shirt. However, It is a legitimate shirt you can wear. It's part of the uniform. When you take your first test for student level 1, meaning you are wearing this shirt, you're training the level 1 material to get ready for your level 1 test. When you take your student level 1 test, it's like you're starting all over again, because now you're in a white shirt, but your logo is red. So you go from the black shirt with no rank associated with it, with the blue logo on it, to the white shirt with the red logo on it. You then progress through all 10 student levels. So when you're ready to take your student level 10 test, after you pass that test, you're back in a black shirt again, only now it has the red logo on it, which gives you a little bit of a subliminal, the master, with the red, that type of a touch as well, which then, because of the red, that also leads you into the coach. The coach wears a red shirt. So everything ties in. It comes full circle. So you start off with the black shirt. You work your way through the levels back into a black shirt. It goes right on up through the colors. We have a chart on the website that explains what they are. White, yellow, orange, green, blue, purple, right on up through the colors. Back into, effectively, you have a black belt now when you're back into that black shirt with the red logo on. But it's a student black belt. That doesn't mean you're an instructor. That is the student level ranking system that we have. When you're ready to be an instructor, that's when you get onto the assistant instructor program and the affiliate path. And if you have been tested personally by Sensei Eric Paulson at one of the coach development events, that is where you achieve that rank, Coach 1 or Coach 2. And someone who has passed that level, they wear the red shirt. They are a coach. They are effectively past those levels. Now, Coach Level 1 means you are qualified up through Student Level 5. Coach Level 2 means you are qualified up through Student Level 10, meaning you have all of that material and you can make promotions or give tests up to your level. So a Coach Level 1 can test up through Student Level 5. A Coach Level 2 can test up through Student Level 10. The only person who can make coaches is Eric Paulson. So that's how this whole organization works. Now, we do have STX levels coming soon as well. That's not ready to come online yet. And there will also be MMA levels at some point later this year. That program is not ready to be released yet. But the STX, that is the next thing. But the CSW, that's all in place right now.
Right. And, I know, just to touch back on that subject, we've been doing a lot of work on the MMA program. When are we scheduled to do the recording on that this year?
That's this summer.
Okay, so we're looking at having that program available to the affiliates, hopefully by the end of the year.
Correct.
This is a big thing too. All of the 3 basic programs are part of the affiliate program. The guys that come in, they join as an affiliate. You have the opportunity to teach the combat submission wrestling program, STX kickboxing program, or the Eric Paulson mixed martial arts program. So it's a lot of information. Not everybody does them all, but I do have guys when I talk to them, that is their goal, is to be, a CSW school. So the opportunity's coming, hopefully by the end of the year. We're also making some pretty major plans for next year's World Conference. I'm not going to drop any names yet. I got Bob to smile. Did you see that? Because he knows. But because I haven't confirmed it yet, all I can say is it's going to be huge. So put it on your calendar. You won't want to miss it. We're talking to some guys to come to the event, some big names. So it's going to be a pretty major event once we get it all scheduled. We'll start putting out some advertising on it. and get the registration on the main site so you guys can start early regging for that event as well.
We will have the early bird registration available very soon. And on that subject, the guys who did the early bird registration last year, they will be receiving something from me very soon. They are getting a free set of DVDs and a free set of downloads, depending on when they registered. That product will be delivered very soon. I've been working on that behind the scenes, in addition to about 5,000 other things, like all of us. But
yeah, I don't know how Bob does it, but he.
Oh, that's
he
you
does
too,
it.
buddy. Don't throw me under the bus. You're worse. No, so that's coming. So that product will be delivered soon to those people who took advantage of that last year. That same deal is going to be offered this year because it helps us to get people registered early because we understand what we're dealing with at that point. That's why we like to have people registered as early as possible because we know how many people are coming. We know how to prepare better rather than any last-minute things. So we're incentivizing that by giving you something to thank you for that. So we're going to make good on that in the next month or so. The 2014 World Conference finished product will be delivered to those individuals. You know who you are if you're out there because you've already heard from me and you're going to hear from me again very soon.
And also, we've been working on this almost for a year and a half now, is the business training program for the association. It's coming together. It's going to be released hopefully within the next, let's say, 30 to 60 days. The site is coming along really well. The information, what I've seen of it that's recorded for it, is fantastic. I'm pretty excited about it. I think it's going to be a major benefit for the affiliates as far as helping them with the business end of this industry. The more successful you are in the industry, that's longevity. There's nothing like doing this for a living, and that's our goal with the program, is to help the affiliates get to the point where they're comfortable and they're running a good business and having a good time. So
sweet. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That's just a crazy amount of material that we already have. We have one more filming session scheduled for later this month with Don Guerin and Mr. Alan Baker, but it's crazy. Like, even just editing the material, I'm really realizing what I don't know. It's a lot. It's a lot of stuff. It is an education all by itself.
Yeah, Don, just a huge source of information. Been around for a long time, very successful, very organized. When we started talking to Don about putting this program together, he literally had thousands of written material to start working through to put the material together for this program. So I'm excited. I'm looking forward to being a student myself and making some changes around here at the school.
Okay, so a new feature we're going to add this week is the pro tip of the week. So, Alan, what is your pro tip this week?
One of the things I do with the guys at the school here, a lot of the staff, is we track and compare hours of training per week. So, like, I was traveling for the last 2 weeks. So when I came in on Monday, I talked to Todd and he was here. He got his training in. I didn't necessarily, so I am behind about 10 hours right now. What we track is, the hours per week that we train in each environment. And what I mean when I say an environment might be striking, pummeling, or grappling. We keep it pretty simple. And it's not necessarily technical training. It's just grinding. We're going to get on the mat and we're going to spar. Or right after that, we're going to put in another hour of just pummeling. After that, let's put in another hour of grappling. And we make it competitive between the staff. So like I said earlier, by the end of the week, who's got the hours in, who had the opportunity to get 4 hours of grappling in this week. Plus 2 more. It's like right now my goal is to get about 6 hours per week of just rolling time. I got a really good jump Monday. I had some guys come in and we went for about 3 hours. And then, my goal is for this week, since I'm leaving for New York on Thursday, I'd like to get at least an hour in of pummeling and an hour in of just kickboxing and sparring. The philosophy behind it is, the more you do it, the better you're going to get at it. And, you have to do it at a pace that is, you're not going to kill your partner. It's intelligent. You have to train smart. So, like, sometimes the sparring might be an hour of just timing sparring. You don't push it so hard with a partner that you don't get your time in. And just out of sheer numbers, start to put improvement in. So that's one of the things I do with the guys here on staff, just for us to motivate getting in there and doing it. Lately, I've been traveling so much, I'm way behind. So, when I do get back in town, I'm catching up, so I hear what everybody else did for the last week. And then I go get punished for a couple hours.
Well, when you do one of these training sessions, so this wouldn't necessarily be a class, right? So if you're doing one of these training sessions and or a class, what's a typical amount of material that you would show in the class? Do you do... Because I know seminar format's different. They're trying to download information into our brains, so you're getting the fire hose in the face. So if you do a class, do you typically do, let's say, like one area, and maybe you're doing 1 or 2 variations, or do you do 3 or 4 variations for the entire hour? What's your typical training session and or class look like?
Well, we'll do a warm-up. Warm-up will last anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes, just depending on the numbers in the class. Sometimes we'll do a stand-up technique, and generally it's like a pummeling technique. It's going to be a takedown, something from the 50-50 tie-up, or the high clinch, or something like that. Then we go to the ground. We'll pick out the foundational technique that we're working on from the curriculum. Make sure everybody has that down. That is the requirement for testing or the class. And then we go into what we nickname in class the salt and pepper. So then that's when the little details come out. It's not necessarily information you have to know to pass the test, but it's why you're there. So it might be 10 different variations off of a certain technique. And then for me, I like to go into drilling. I'm a very drill-based trainer. So like when I'll learn a technique, I'll generally take the technique and go create a drill and then just drill it. So due to that, we actually have curriculums at the school here that is just entirely drill-based, just from doing it for so many years and tracking it. And then we usually, finish up with a live roll with the class, and then that's usually like a basic format.
I like that as well. We are primarily drill based here as well. We'll just set up our timer for rounds, and we pick the material, and you have your details, and we just go.
Right.
That's it. Just work it, and tweak the details, and work it some more.
That's true. I mean, there's no secrets. It's do it and do it more than the other guy. And don't quit. And you'll get there.
And I'm glad you touched on the training intelligently, because a lot of us are getting a little older, getting a little longer in the tooth, and we're not talking about fight practice. I mean, the principles are the same, but we're just not going at the intensity. I talked with Ben Jones about this a little bit. You don't have to, be an MMA level fighter to do this.
No.
You can still get your repetitions in. This is for everybody. There are benefits to it, but you don't have to get smashed to be able to do this.
And it's not that you don't test every now and then, because you do, but
sure.
The majority of the schedule is smart training. Especially from what I hear for guys over 40,
Nice try.
A good partner is worth his weight in gold. For me, when I learned that, and my training partners, when they figure it out, yes, you get better in what you're studying, but the benefits, like for me personally, the physical fitness, it's fantastic. It's fantastic training. It's fun. You've got strength training, aerobic training. It's all rolled into one. And I go back and I visit with guys that I was in high school with, and kind of look at where they are and where I am now. It's like there's nothing like it. It's like I'm never gonna not be doing this. So, just got to train smart.
I've experienced the same thing. I've been going through that transition myself because I have that disease in my head still when I think I'm 25. My body's not backing that up anymore. So, well, thank you, Alan, for sharing the pro tip and all of the news updates. We are going to have another one of these possibly this week. I'm going to check with Ben Jones and Eric Paulson and see if they are available at any point this week. But that's it for this week, and we thank you all again for joining us as usual. And I promised you we're going to do these on a regular basis again, and I'm trying to deliver on that. So until next time, thank you. There's my official radio voice sign-off for the week.
See you guys. Thanks.